All right, hey, what's going on, guys? So we're back again today. I said I had a few more things to finish up. I got another repairing that I think might be something that watched work on together. Uh, so let's get that worked on. Okay, so what I have is a Revel 5, right? And the customer says that it's not charging. I did test it, and I'm not getting any charge from it. And I think it might be a charging port issue. It's pulling nothing. So saying 5 volts, but it's pulling no charge. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, since I know that it's pulling 5 volts, even though I'm not getting any charge, I'm just going to go ahead and take this apart. Let me get this camera back in out of this. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to heat this up a little bit and take that back off. Once we get the back off, we'll be able to work on it. So let's go ahead and let's get this cover off. Okay. And I got that dimming light again because I have everything hooked up to this one outlet. I need to put them back in place. The actual AC unit, window unit that I have in here should not be on the same, shouldn't be on the same power rail or power supply as other stuff. So as you guys know, I do have a plate that I could easily sit this on. I'm doing it this way, but I'm just trying to hurry up and get through this. There, gotta fill this bottle back up. And let's get one of our plastic pry tools there. I don't want to scratch the back up on this phone. It's in really, really good. Phone. We'll heat it up again. I want to pop that button out. Uh, pull on this thing. That should be. That should. Bluetooth earpiece out. Bring some light to this situation. All right, so we need Phillips. Actually, safer for me to completely remove this. I don't want to disconnect. You know what? Don't do this. Just remove the cable. You're better off just trust me. You might end up seeing battery looks pretty rough. You know what? Let's customer did give us the battery also. Told him I would replace the battery regardless. So let's go ahead and just replace the battery now. Almost paid for it. Battery's pretty rough. Kind of puffy. Got that battery out. Like I said, the customer did supply me with a battery already. So let's go ahead and let's pop that battery in and that actually works without doing all the other steps. Without checking the charging port, let's just try the battery first. So like I said, because I don't see showing any of it trying to charge, I assume that it's a charging port. Right? That's what I always assume. If I get a phone or a tablet and it's not showing charging, I don't think about battery. I think about battery after I see a charging. So after the screen comes on and it shows that it's charging, that's when I just what is that? Okay, let's try this one. and still nothing. Still, we're not getting any charge from it. Place the battery, right? Battery in place, but we're still getting nothing from a charging port. But while the charging port looks like it's blown up, that charging port looks blown up. See if I can get you guys a microscope. Where we at? What is that? Something still in there? What is going on inside this port? Okay, so I'm getting nothing from this charging port. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's disconnect the battery and remove the charging port, and let's what we see. And let's look at the charging port. We put some alcohol on it, so some of the stuff that you see on there is not from. Let's touch on these pins and let's see what happens. It looks like it's got some kind of moisture in. And yes, as far as I can tell, I did try to power it on, and it was showing that it turned on, but the battery charge was very low on it. I'm not sure if I have this charging port. All right, let's look and see if we have this charging port. If I have it, then we'll just replace it first and see where that goes. That's like I said, this does look like it needs a charging port. Let's see if we have it. Have it, then we'll go ahead and that's always the next step, the order of these repairs. All right, so it doesn't look like I actually have this charging port. Okay, I'm still looking for these charging ports to see if I even have one. Let's try to see if I have it going down somewhere. I found a Revel 5 Plus. But even this port is different from that one. Found a few random ones. And I'm just going to check them out and see what the pin setup is. Any of these replace this one. This one doesn't even look close to it. That one won't work. That one won't work. I don't think I have any ports that will work. So so 12 pins. And you can see that some of these pins look like they're burnt, like that one. This one right here. I don't know what happened there with that one. Pretty burnt. That's what I'm looking at with all of these is corrosion right. Like I said, I think what happened was some liquid got in here. That's the main cause of this charging. It looks burnt out. So that's why this phone is not charging, because that's actually there's still nothing. Still no sign of charging. Wait a minute. Not no charging anything. Okay. Charges that. Hold on, let me just double check something. Because it seems like it does want to charge, but because I don't have the wireless charger connected up, it's not charging because of that. Let's kind of pop this back on. Trying to clip these antenna wires back in, just so I have them back in place. All right, so let's test this again. Okay, so we are getting charged. Okay, good. Awesome. So it's still kind of not holding. Kind of holding, kind of not. And I think it might have something to do with maybe my charger doesn't click in there, but it is charging. So we're going to just mark that off as it's working, but we are going to order another charging port for this phone. Just in case the customer does say, hey, it's not working all the time, um, I can address that as a warranty repair. Right. So if anything, I'm gonna leave it the way it is, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll do this as a warranty repair. Customer comes back, but for now, I mean, like I said, I did see some liquid in there. You guys seen that? Was some liquid that was in there before, cleaned up. Of the customer cleaned for just over time. Because it was just very weird that there was no indication of charging. Even with a bad battery, you would still get something, right? I've never seen a phone before that has a bad battery and it doesn't show that it's at least charging. So I think it was just a bad battery on this thing that wasn't allowing it to charge. So we're gonna go ahead and finish putting it back together, and then we'll move on to the next repair. I don't think I brought the clamps back in. I don't think I did. Not bring the clamps back. Okay, let's connect up at this room right here. We use razors and cut that away. Hey, let me go grab clamps because I don't have any clamps in here to clamp this thing in place while it dries. So let me go grab some clamps and right on back. I think. Yeah, there's no clamps in here. Give me a second. All right, so we do have our clamps. Okay, this is clamped and off to the side. Okay, on to the next repair. So we still have that other MacBook that we got working yesterday. And I'm tempted to try and jumpstart the battery. I don't know where to begin to jumpstart the battery. I am still tempted to now just to jump the battery and get it going. Okay, you know what? Let's do this S22. We have an S22 Plus here that needs a battery. Okay, here's this S22 Plus. Whoa, whoa. Are they the same battery? I really ordered the wrong battery. I honestly don't remember putting that card. Sometimes I feel like these companies throw it off to you because I don't remember S24 battery. Now I'm just kind of ticked off. For a while. Okay, so I did order the S20. Okay. All right, so I ordered both S22 Plus. So my fault. So now I got to put that battery back in place properly. Oh, that's the S24 battery. Now we just got to find the screw right there. A few more screws. More. see that. I mean, it was just the battery that I replaced on this S24. So now we just have to put the back on. Have the back here. So just like the other one, we'll put some around. Some left over there. Up if it's a lot, but not a lot. It's out that was on your phone. Probably you could just use it right like this, like this. That will really help. Um, adhere off the back glass, back cover. See, that's enough. Not gonna complete that glass. Gonna hold regardless. Just like that. And then we'll take one off that other phone because that other phone is pretty much, it should be good. That's how it looks. Okay. Battery completely dead. Yep, so this battery needs some charge. It's completely wiped out. Okay, so let's move on to this MacBook. Probably gonna run into a problem here. Uh, I don't think the power button on this one is clipped all the way in because I'm holding it, not powering it on. I'm actually happy I caught that right now because in the next like tell like in the next like 5 minutes, it would have been back off, trying not to damage it at the same time. Happy I caught that. Something about today's making everything kind of iffy. I don't know what it is. Now, press it just. And it's disconnected again. Yeah, I think it just keeps disconnecting. I don't know if maybe when I'm putting that over the button, disconnecting. That's what's happening. So I think as soon as I put that screw, that's when the problem starts. The pain. That's what I meant by everything is like kind of iffy to. Very strange. You know what? Never had this much. Never had this much. Crazy. That's crazy. A lot of cleaning. Want to make sure that you have it working the right way now. Go ahead and let's clip on, clean up afterwards. Worry about making sure that back cover is on there pretty good. Okay. All right, so let's work on the other MacBook. Like I said, I want to see what's going on with. I know what's going on with it. We kind of solved most of the issue. But what I want to do now is see if I can jump this battery and get the battery to work again. Maybe the battery just shut down once it was shorted out. So let's take that. Because I don't want to take out the other Mac because they're the exact same model. If I do that, then the screws are probably going to get all mixed up, and I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Okay, so it looks like the battery comes in right here. Then positive and negative of the batteries right here. Check those and let's see what we get. We have 12 volts on the battery. So maybe we just need the right charger. So let's, you know what? Let's put it all back together. Right, I want to get, what I really want to do is get all of these out of the way, back into the computer. And whatever else is going on with this, I can, once I get the charger going, and that way I can work on the other one. And we're probably going to stream for about another hour, maybe a little bit longer than that. Thought I seen some junk in there. Okay, let's put the board screws in. Uh, so we'll keep on going. Once I get all the screws, once I put all the screws in place, I should be good. At that point, I can just. But for now, I want to get all the screws. That kind of hard to try and remember those, but doing it. I think this battery, this one is swell. This one is not swell. I was trying to get this here before I ordered parts for the other one. Wasn't able for repair. batteries definitely. This one right here is 12. It's huge. Definitely like blown up. I don't know. Definitely blown up. Why is this camera still frozen? Uh camera. Okay, there we go. It was frozen. I don't know why it was frozen. I didn't realize it on. Okay, and we got all of those back in. Double checking, make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Okay, and then we can just kind of pop the cover back on. Yeah, you can all that. All the liquid spilled all on it, all through the whole computer. Get rid of it. Okay, and we'll just pop this cover back on. For now, you can see the side right here is bad, so we're not even going to waste any more time because I know that I need a battery for it. So let's move on to the next device. Another MacBook. I don't know why this one has ants falling all over it. Get the keyboard first. Doesn't look too bad. Like something might have spilled over here. That's about it. LCD is broken. So let's go ahead and let's start taking it apart. Right one. Feels like it's just spinning, but it's not. It feels like maybe it's never been opened before. of them is just coming out, and the other ones is stuck in there. I'm gonna one more on the bits. Back. I'm gonna put a little mark on here. Try that. Save that in my memory bank. MacBook. Yeah. This one, I'm not sure what droppings those are. Looks like baby roaches. Yep, so this MacBook has a bug infection. Yep, cockroach. Thing has a bug infestation. Okay, but for now we got it mostly cleaned up. This bit is no longer can't use it anymore. Let's disconnect this battery. Battery's disconnected. And now let's take out these screws right here. We actually I might be wrong. Only need to remove this one. If I remember correctly, it's just this one. And I think this also. I think if I remember correctly. But the easiest way to for me to tell is just to look at the new replacement screen. Yep. So we do have to remove that. Those are both small. The reason why this is because the way the screen is up. Look at that. Really, really bad bug infestation. Really, really bad. I'm starting to see more and more of these. Like, it's crazy to me. This is crazy, and there's kids living like this. I mean, at least they have a place to stay, yes, but as an adult, they're also living like gone through actual. Uh, so that screen is out. Like I said, you can see bugs. I feel like every time I work on a device now, I have to like wear gloves. Crazy. That's crazy. What I'm doing now is I want these uh 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 that's how I want them to sit. So that's the first part. But how it's not in place. That open it up more. Normally I sit it on the edge of my desk. So what I meant by normally I sit on my desk. You have it. So you see the edge of my desk. Take it. That screws. Back the middle one in. Go to the other side. I'm going to attack the other middle one. Here's a roach. Kind of creepy crawling bug. Now I'm going to tighten it down. Then we'll just put the rest of the screws in. Okay, and next. Close it. Then you have to get this piece here back in place. We're wonder what that sound was. Did my computer just stop live video? But no, it did not. Okay, so we have that in place. Let's pack these in and then we'll test. Just have to test to make sure that turns on and display. This thing, like I said, does have a bug infestation I wasn't aware of. Okay. Let's see what happens when we power it up. I don't know if the battery's charged or anything. Doesn't seem like the battery is charged. So plug it up to a charger. And like I said, this is not the charger for devices, so it's kind of iffy. But we'll leave it on the charge over here for a few minutes while we work on something else. So that's the MacBook 19 or 1392, something like that. The way it's over here on the charger. I don't think it's gonna charge up because of the charger that I'm using, but we'll just let it sit and do its thing. Up to 12 volts now. Same thing the other one is doing. Um, I think this one is good. I will pop the cover on also. We'll just throw it on there just for now. Get it out of our way. And put this battery back in right here, this S24 plus battery. I don't see a lot of S24 plus. I don't even see a lot of S22 pluses. That's why I don't keep the batteries in stock. It was just very strange that got one. So yeah. All right, let's move on to iPads. I should have started the hot plate. I should have had it on already, but we don't. It's okay. This one kind of heats up real quick. That's why I like this one. I prefer this one over the other one I had because of how fast it heats. The other one took some time. So like if I'm going on a job, which actually I gotta power it off the next time I get in my bin because it's been turning on and it's not supposed to. I just forgot it from the last when I went to go pick up a phone for repair from a customer. I thought I was gonna need it, so I did go ahead and turn it on, but I don't need it. Here's the clean up, some alcohol, get all these overspilled glue, all that stuff. Not metal stuff. Been an hour and a half. That's not bad. That's good because we've done what? Like 3 devices. have to be perfect. And I think that's good. That's pretty good. Okay, put that off to the side. This other one. Okay, all right, we're good there. So now, where's these iPads that we need to throw on? Started. All right, so this is the first one. Okay, so let's throw it on. I don't think I'm going to worry about charging this up right now. I just wanted to show you guys that it was working, but I'm not going to really focus on that because I don't think I'll be able to put out the charger. I'm going to have to get the charger and then test. Worst case, I'm going to worry about putting it back together while I have that other iPad on plate warming up. So we should be ready for that iPad in another. By the time I'm finished with iPad time. So we have to take off these ribbon cable shields right here. And I think it's time for the iPad. Yeah, we're not gonna waste another second. It's time for the iPad, so I gotta throw on my gloves. Then I can start working on the iPad. Not super hot, but it's warm to the touch. That's good. Plus the way the top is broken, I want to try and peel it off. That's what I was trying to do. Get that one big chunk of glass all up at the same time. That because that way I've cleared most of it. It becomes a little bit easier to work on. Most of that. I don't really have to worry about it falling inside on the tablet. Down here, I want to do this little shards. But while the screen is still on, I like to get these out if I can. Okay, I'm gonna put the other one on the plate now, also, and that way I can get the other one's glass off also while I'm taking this one off, and I can circle back and kind of go from there. I don't really want to wait and put it on there when I can just plate it while the hot plate is on, and I can just get everything done and then. And no, these are not micro solder or anything like that. But like I said, I'm just recording some stuff for maybe someone that might be thinking about this years or DIYer. Yeah, these are not all DIY tools. I'll say that now. Other tools that you can use the exact same. For instance, I used to use instead of this flat pry tool, I used to use the razor blade. Not saying that you should. Saying that's what I used to do. That works just as well. In most cases, it probably works better because you get up underneath the glue, kind of strip it away. It's time to get that other one up and off. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do that now. If this other one is ready to go also. If I see the string or the tape, I go for that. Okay, so this is the side of the screen that the actual connector is on. So I'm gonna move away from that because I don't want to yank on it and damage something on the motherboard. So instead, I'm gonna go on the other side over here and get up as much as I can. Which, if I get most of this out, it will just kind of lift off. So the connector is right there. And if I cut it, it's not bad. Right? I'm not really worried about cutting it. The pulling. I don't want to have to. And also this home button ribbon case. Also very cautious about that all. I don't like to damage customers. I don't think shop does. Customer button. But I take extra. At least I try to take. So that's what happens if you don't get all these glass pieces out before you. Exactly what I was trying to avoid. See that? Because now that's what makes little scratches on the glass. When you go to clean those, they actually make more. They actually make the scratches, and sometimes they get left behind on the screen. So I'm gonna try my best to. And there's still some on there. Can't see it, but I can. But for the most part, yeah, we have this whole thing up and out of there. Uh, yep. So we'll just put this off to the side. We'll go back to the other one. One is also oh, try not getting glass shards over the LCD. Oh, we're going to get some because we have it here. I like that improvement that I just made right there. Instead of me being forceful, trying to remove it with the screen up, I put the screen back down like that. Try to add in the memory bank. Let me. That was supposed to be somewhere. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but let's. All right, so we just got to take these screws out, and then once we get these screws out, then we. So we have 4 screws. Another thing that sometimes I do, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, is whenever I see those shards of glass, I try to get the LCD out, then focus on those shards of glass. But sometimes, like this one, it's holding the screen in. So if I try to just pull the screen out, it won't because it's shard of glass on the end. Is actually holding the screen. All right, so we got some adhesive over here. Not gonna ruin those. Get this adhesive right here. Which, if it's never been repaired before, they're there. If it has been repaired, the adhesive is usually. Battery probably could be replaced on this. It would definitely help this device out that it was replaced now. That way the customer don't have to within like another month. Especially added heat, never good. It's always better to just battery now. Always advise that customers do replace the while we're in doing the repair, especially if it's an older device. Always better. If you're looking for a shop to take your device to, ask them to replace the battery while they're, especially if it's more than like 2 years old. Okay. And now these shards of glass also can be a problem, right? Because what end up happening is, as much as, and I know most shops do this, try to eliminate all the glass on the inside of the ice. You can't get them all. Later on, they can puncture back. They can do all types. Of turn it upside down. Out. Stuff over there. Yeah. Hey, ready? I did. I had to clean out the charging port. I needed back to yes, sir. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Checking the edge for any. Okay. Those are little shards of glass that end up to the tape battery. And like I said, sometimes you can try your best to get as much of this as you can out, but I've always found out that there's some left over. I've had customers that's gotten really mad at me because there's a little piece of glass left over, and I try to like I didn't purposely glass in. It's just there's only so much I can do. I look around for the glass, but if I don't see it, then I don't see it. I had one that I did the replacement, put it all back together, and as soon as I got to the customer's house, a piece of glass falls out of nowhere right on top of the street. So it was very obvious to the customer, they could see it. Call me back immediately. Hey, there's still a piece of glass inside. I was just like, really? I went back, and sure enough, it's there on the screen. It wasn't there when I gave them, when I was bringing it back. It wasn't there. It wasn't visible for me. It was there, but I couldn't see. And I guess I got to the customer, they give it to their kid. The kid turns it upside down, and wherever the glass is sitting at, whether it's up here or something like that, it just kind of falls right on the screen. All right, so let's get our. We'll do one more brush around these areas. If there's anything stuck in those like that, and turn this on. Okay, that's good. So now let's disconnect the battery. That way we don't damage anything. And we will get our screen. Actually, we got to get our hot glue gun plugged up and ready to go. So we're not going to do that. We're going to plug up our hot glue gun because I use hot glue to help with the holding the home button in place a little bit more securely. Not everybody does it, and it's not a must do. It's a preference because I've had less returns for home buttons that fell into the console or fell inside the tablet and it's no longer working. So if you're doing this at home, and you have a hot glue gun, go ahead, break it out and put just a little dab of glue around right here on these buttons. This button. Make sure you put like a little. Once you get it aligned, make sure you put a little bit. That little bit, believe it or not, goes a long way. If you also have like something like this, when you put a little bit, just kind of flatten it. Because if not, then it hits up here and it kind of forces the bottom of the screen down here not to sit properly. Just need a small amount of hot glue and make sure that it doesn't interfere with button actually place right. Okay, because that's how it sits. So you just have to make sure that it's not too much. If it's too much, that means that it's bigger than this little hump here, and it's going to cause you problems. Smallest amount. Good. So this is where I'm going to end this video, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for anybody that stopped by and just kind of skipped past the video. I still appreciate that. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you want to watch more content like this. There's better channels out there, of course, with more detailed and more professionals than me. But I'm just here to share the knowledge that I've gained my years repairing devices and for my love of repairing devices. I love the challenge of repairing these, learning about the way they work. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you.